Hello again, everybody. It is the...
All right, Coach, thanks. We are across the Cumberland River from downtown Nashville at Nissan Stadium in Tennessee. Matchup for you here between the Houston Texans and the Tennessee. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, complete. That's Vaughn. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Face mask. Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
First down.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march up another 15 against your squad. So
the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
They'll set up a throw, and his first pass is incomplete. And how about this wide receiving core, Charles?
Well, I was at the hotel watching a little film, and you popped your head in and said, these receivers are pretty good from what I can tell. You're exactly right. Can't wait to see them do their thing out on the field.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Here's Hines. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll look to throw here. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible, or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Butker now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Detroit!
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure. But it falls incomplete, and it's 2nd down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. On second down, Cook. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Here we go now. 3-19.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hodges. It's a big play on third down for the Texans. 46 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Gone! Over!
Back to throw. Rolling to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. In for the score. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game.
Is under review.
And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott.
On the field stands.
Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. And they will finally get him down, and now penalty flags coming in as well. And they might get half the distance here to boot.
Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Goal line offense, something they've really been emphasizing in practice lately. Now they have a chance here to put all that hard work to use. This is Hines. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage. Now there's a good chunk of yardage picked up there, and the big fella, sometimes he doesn't need a whole lot of space created. He can make his own way.
Back to throw here. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. As his guys are in for 6. And the Titans are able to strike for 6. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
So that drive, 4 plays. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, you got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in his first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They run the counter with Cook. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. They're staring up at a 3rd and 9 to start it out.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit. Detroit. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They'll try and throw for it here. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter? I mean, what's going on here? You want some explanations.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where's primary.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Butker now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
Now back to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches.
Here we go now. 319. 319.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go now. 319. 319. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Leopard.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans draw a bit closer. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Elliott now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Under 10. Under 10. 10.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now let's go. 319.
They run with Hines. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back to Tennessee after this. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On third down, it's Hines, and he's able to get up here to the 26. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on fourth down. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And now out comes Houston. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Now a play fake here on first down. Throw left side complete. It's Hodges. A big-time play there for the Texans. 54 yards.
Similar to a slant, it's all about timing when you're throwing a crossing route. Quarterback and receiver have to be in sync, and when they put it on them just right and catch it full speed, running through a defense can often result in a big pickup of yardage.
Now let's go. 319. 319.
Back to throw now on first down. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And now a fumble. The ball's out. It's picked up by the Titans. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, and then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Set. Green 39.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Vaughn. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. The Titans on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
All right, here we go.
Now it's Hines. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Texans now. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10.
Set. 319. 319.
They'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green 39.
They'll drop to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. to throw here on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Simpson. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And Butker able to put this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive, going to the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
On play action, they'll throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hodges. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Detroit! Here we go now. Blue 90.
He'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And this is incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
He'll drop to throw. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. into a double team, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They begin to drive with Hines, and he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. And that gets him a little room as he'll take this up over the 10-yard line. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop it. On 3rd down, it's Hines. And he is going to get the first down, it looks like, as he's up to the 12. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't.
In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this is recovered in the end zone by the defense. My goodness, what a late turn of events here. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. Room here to run. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Now let's go.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
On the give, this is their fullback. And a broken tackle could not free him. Taken down right at the 10-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
The give to the fullback on the dive. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves them with a 1st and goal.
Well, after that pickup of a 1st down, I think some of the defensive guys are going to be looking over their coordinator and saying that was not in the scouting report. That went against every tendency most teams have. You don't usually hand the ball to your big guy in that situation. Sometimes you catch them by surprise.
Back now in Nashville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
So they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And the kick by Butker is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, it's a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And now out comes Houston. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Touchdown, Houston! A big play there with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Texans can take the lead with an extra point. It's been quite the game for him individually, a trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route, whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
Elliott good with a PAT, and they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. And a play like that, with how far he had to go to make that sack, shows how athletic defensive ends have become in the NFL.
And not just athletic, this is coached in a big way. Run to the football at all times. How about him never giving up on it and pursuing all the way across the field?
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Steps away. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Comes to Cook. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling, and this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
No. Check. Patriot. Hurry up. Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run with Cook. Oh, heck. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans will extend their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Important extra point up and through. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Elliott now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
Set. 3-19.
He's back to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Vaughn. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans say they have it. They do. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Well, the opportunity squashed. That one looks like he'll throw here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
They'll look to throw. Simpson reels it in over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Simpson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 11 more on that one and another first down. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps, but allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Now let's go. Green 39.
And the blitz does come. Looking left side, and it's complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Here we go now. Green.
Back to throw. This is caught, and he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And the spike comes with just 12 seconds left to go. And no, they can't connect on the pass, so that gets the clock down to 11. Time for probably 2 more plays. Got to go quickly, though. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll set up a throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Texans, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Money back. Money back. Money back. Money back. Money back. God, I do the Maybach on Monday, Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that's just what